Hey guys, and welcome back to another Ready in Minutes workout. Today we've got something a little more advanced for you. We have double kettlebell work, double trouble. If you have done double kettlebell work before, perfect, this is for you. We've got a swing, clean, squat, press, and row for 5 reps each, 3 rounds. If you have not worked with double kettlebells before, then you can perform the same exercises with 1 kettlebell 2 times to each side. As usual, I'm going to give you a quick demo followed by some cues and tips to help you with your technique. After that, it's your turn. All right, let's dive in. So for the double swing, you're going to be setting up in a wider base than you normally would be for 1 kettlebell passing through. So setup is crucial here. To maximize your setup in your hike, you're going to set up the kettlebells in a V shape. So here, you can see the kettlebells are tilted this way. My thumbs are going to be pointed down and my shoulders pulled back. There are other setups, but this is the easiest one for a lot of people. So I highly recommend when setting up for your double swing, tilt towards a V, thumbs down and in, shoulders back. Also, make sure that you are standing tall and locked out at the top of your swing. Being a little wider in this double swing, I've seen people have things not locked out and pulled forward by the bells, by the swing. This is easily fixed if you just make sure that you are locked out solid and tall at the top of your swing. Now for the clean, the most unpleasant part of it is if you're gripping it too tight, it crashes and it has a hard landing, right? This is double true with 2 kettlebells. So if you're gripping it too tight or if you're arcing out too far, it's gonna cause that to happen. You can reduce this by locking your shoulders back and thinking about shrugging downwards to engage your lats. Once you've connected to this feeling, it's very easy to keep a tight arc all throughout. So remember, for good cleans, shoulders back and shrug down. For the squat, everybody's favorite thing to do when the going gets tough is to start doing this. Now, this can help you manage the weight, but bear in mind you have a shoulder press right after this. So try to stay vertical in the rack as you descend down, pause, and make your way back up. This will spare your shoulders and keep them fresh for the next thing you're doing. For your overhead press, there's nothing too crazy happening here, but like I tell everybody, if you want to keep your lower back safe, squeeze your glutes and brace your core. Whether it's a kettlebell, barbell, dumbbell overhead press, the key to keeping your back safe is to squeeze your glutes and brace your core as you press out. Now you'll see that I'm leaning back a little bit as I press out. Keeping your glutes tight is what protects your lower back as the weight gets heavy, and this inevitably happens. Don't let the glutes disengage and don't let the knees go soft. Hard lock. Once you clean on down, you'll be ready to row. Then it's as simple as getting over the weight, keeping your eye on the horizon, and pulling both bells up to your belly button. If this feels like it's too much for you or you're not comfortable doing it, do it one side at a time or do gorilla rows, alternating. Okay, that's all our 5 moves. Now it's time to run through it together. Okay, so starting with our swings for 5 reps. To our cleans. Okay, to our squats, I'm going to narrow my stance a little bit, and here we go. and 5. All right, let's press. Squeeze our glutes, brace our core. Now let's clean down to the ground. Step over the bells, eyes on the horizon, and row. All right, that's round one. All right, time for round two. Now for this round, for people that don't want to do this as a complex, that might find it too taxing or just aren't ready for it yet, we're going to take small, shake it off, fast and loose breaks in between each exercise. I'll walk you through it. So as usual, let's start with our double swings. And down. Now for fast and loose, we're just going to shake our hands and shake our feet off. This helps the recovery process. You only need to do it for about 10-15 seconds tops before you get back to your next lift. Okay, now for our cleans. And down to the ground. Same deal here, fast and loose. Shake the hands, shake the feet off. Hop around in place if you want. Now double squat. And clean down to the ground. Same deal, fast and loose, 10-ish seconds. Okay, double press. And down. Same as before, fast and loose, shake it off. All right, now time for our double row. Now, as I was saying before, if pulling them up both at the same time feels like a little too much, let's do a gorilla row, 4 or 5 on each side. And 5. And 5. If you're feeling self-conscious about your lower back, if you've had an injury there or something, this might be the better choice. So don't force the double row if you don't feel sure or safe in doing it. All right, time for round 3. Now you've seen it as a complex and with breaks in between, so do what's right for you. Don't feel the need to blaze through it. I'm gonna do it as a complex, but if you need to take your time, take your time. All right, double swing. And clean. Squat, I'm gonna narrow up my stance. Followed by a press. Clean down to the ground. And row. And there it is. So there you have it, a double kettlebell, full body lifting routine. Swing, clean, squat, press, row. If you're short on time, you wanna wake your whole body up, get all the muscles going, these 5 moves are perfect to do it. Just remember that double kettlebell work is twice as taxing. So don't force anything or any reps, take the breaks you need, and if something doesn't feel right or you're not sure of a move, regress to a single-sided version of it. Because literally any exercise here can be done that way. Just break it up and do 5 reps on each side. So whether this is your workout for the day or your warm-up, I hope you have fun with it, and I'll see you real soon on the next one. Stay strong.